What's going on, guys? Mario Manduni here. This is my fifth video in my product research series. In this one, we're going to talk about trends. We're going to talk about current trends, and then we're going to do a little forecasting with some tools that can help you pick up on future trends and get in on some nice, hot, uptrending topics. Okay? So first, let's start with Pinterest. I'm going to do a Google search here for Pinterest trends, and Pinterest Business Blog has a great download. Okay, which is the 100 Pinterest trends for 2019. Okay, so you can just download this and it will give you 100 different niche ideas that are trending items, because Pinterest is a search engine. Okay, it's not as big as Google or YouTube, but it is a search engine that has buyer intent. Probably more than YouTube and more than Google, depending on. There's certain search terms in Google which will obviously have more buyer intent than others, right? So you want to go to the Pinterest blog. You want to download this 100 trends for 2019, okay? The other thing you want to do is you want to subscribe to the Pinterest business blog. And then every month, they're going to send you the top trends for that month, okay? And I've gotten some great ideas out of here. So let's see. So in February, we have tiny houses are trending. We've got, what else we got going on here? Some remodeling, black vegan leather leggings, if that's a niche you can get into. It's up 200% year over year. New nails, if you're in the nail niche, take a look at that. You probably already know that if you're selling that kind of stuff. I found this interesting, sustainable gifts and sustainable fashion brands. Okay. So if we do a trend search on Google Trends for sustainable products, we can see that that's in an uptrend. It might be crashing, but I don't think so. It's obviously a trend that you want to get in with millennials. Okay. And we can shoot over here to Amazon, put in sustainable gifts, and see what we've got. These bees wrap, eco-friendly food wraps, pretty cool. I don't know if there's enough room really to have some margin on them, especially if you're ordering from China. You want to be really careful about things that are touching food. Although the kitchen niche is great. Anything bamboo could work out really well for you. Bamboo kitchen set, bamboo toothbrush, bamboo sunglasses, things of that nature. But regardless, signing up for this monthly Pinterest Trends email, it's going to come to your inbox every month, and you might want to check your promotions tab or your social tab to make sure you're seeing it. But you can just check your inbox and do a search for Pinterest Trends, and you'll monthly get a great little up-to-date what's trending year over year. There was one product or product niche, I want to say a month or two ago, and I won't even give it away because I've got a friend that's in it, and year over year searches, it was in the fitness niche, but year over year searches for this particular item were up 2,000%. So that goes to show you that he's in the right place at the right time, and that product is going to do very well on Pinterest. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is Google Alerts. So you just go to google.com/alerts, and what you can do here is you can put in any sort of search phrase, any string of search terms, and on a daily or weekly basis, and you can adjust that. Google's going to send you an email with the trends about that topic, right? So one thing that would be a really good idea to put in here would just be put in the term gifts. And then you'll see under here some trending posts about gifts are all about Valentine's Day right now. But, fast forward a couple months, it'll probably be about Mother's Day. And it's going to be a lot of the same kind of products that were for Valentine's Day, but there might be some new trending products, or there might be some products that are still in an uptrend, as I talked about in a couple of the other videos, that you can repurpose your promotions from Valentine's Day to Mother's Day and do very well. Okay, so that might be an alert you want to create. Another one that I found fascinating would be to put in an alert for women's trends for 2019. So we can kind of get ahead of style trends. Now, this might be looking into the future a little bit. So things that come out to your inbox when you put this Google alert in might be things you just want to keep an eye on. And if that trend takes off, you were kind of ahead of the game on it, and you might be able to make some money off of it. So one thing that jumped out to me were these sort of new style of bags, or maybe they've been around for a while, but according to Google Alerts, they're trending, right? So they're the multi-belt kind of bags. So as time goes on in 2019, let's assume we start seeing some more of these funky kind of bags, and there's going to be a bunch of Chinese knockoffs that you can get some great imagery, and bags have a phenomenal markup, women's bags. So if you can make a really nice, sharp-looking site about women's bags, and if you have a section on sort of these newer style of trending bags, you could do extremely well. Okay, so the next thing you want to do is head on over to kickstarter.com and see what's trending over here. So Kickstarter is another site that you might want to check kind of like on a weekly basis, just like I would recommend checking Flippa on a weekly basis to see what's going on there and look for some ideas. And what you want to do in Kickstarter is you want to come to this design and tech part. And it's loading. And you're going to want to subscribe to their newsletter. Okay. And then let's take a look at what's trending the most right now. All right, so it looks like they got this really cool keychain flashlight. And they made a real snazzy video of it. And it looks like they used, they might have used an Adobe suite to make this video, or they might have simply used something like Promo or Clipman or something like that, some pretty inexpensive video creating software. Because as you can see, there are some video clips in there, but it's primarily still shots that are made to look like they're videos by just moving them around. But there's a little video clip right there, but it's not terribly hard to do. Okay, so this Kickstarter is obviously kicking butt. They asked for $3,000 to launch this product, and they've already got 92,000. So there's definitely some room for the world's smallest tie torch, which I think means titanium flashlight. People love flashlights. It's a great niche to get into too. It's one of the few niches that works extremely well in affiliate marketing too, because the leads are worth so much. Because a lot of the people that are into flashlights are into survival, and people that are in survival are into prepping and camping, and they spend a lot of their money and time, planning for things and buying things. And they're very passionate about it. It's a very passionate niche. So something like this, could give you the idea of, okay, so I'm going to do a world's smallest something, right? So let's head over to AliExpress, and I did a search for the world's smallest multi-tool. The reason I did that is I went over to the company's site that was doing that Kickstarter, and they've got a Shopify store. And it looks like they had another successful product. I'm guessing they did it on Kickstarter as well, just by the look of these little clips here. And this was the world's smallest multi-tool. Okay, so they can see it's about, it's smaller than a penny, right? So I went over to AliExpress and I put in small multi-tool, and what I found was a very, very small lighter. So maybe you want to start a website that's in this niche and promote yourself as having the world's smallest lighter, and make a very simple promo video, just like they did on their other site, and you can do extremely well with a Shopify store, with your main product being the the world's smallest lighter. So going back to the Google alerts, let's create some alerts for all of the things that we just talked about in this video. Okay, so let's create an alert for gifts. Here's a couple other. I was promoting Red Tea Detox, so I had alerts going for that. Okay, let's make an alert for women's trends of 2019. And let's get a little deeper into those women's trends, and let's make an alert for these particular bags, because we want to see if this trend takes off. Okay. And what I can do is I can later in the year do a follow-up video on this and see how this worked out. Let's do a Google alert for sustainable gifts. I think that's a great market to get into, especially if you brand your store as a socially conscious brand. So if you brand your store something like Ivory Ella or 4Ocean or 10 Tree, I've used those examples before, these companies all give a portion of their proceeds to a worthy cause. So for Ivory Ella, they give a portion of their proceeds to charities that go after poachers and help with elephant habitats and things of that nature. 4Ocean has a really cool mission where they take plastic out of the oceans and turn it into jewelry. And then 10 Tree, which I mentioned, has a nice shtick, which is they plant 10 trees for every order that's placed on their site. And so by doing that, you're doing something great for the world. You feel a little bit better about yourself. It adds to your why you're doing this. And helps you be a little bit more motivated with your stores. And then it also can greatly increase conversion rates because people like to be part of a cause, okay? And they like to be part of something good. So sustainable gifts, and you want to find something within that, or your site could be all about sustainable products. Maybe do a search to see what .coms are available around the world sustainable, and then start sourcing products within that niche. Okay, so to recap, to use this method, sort of trend monitoring and trend prediction, I like to use a combination of Pinterest trends and Google Alerts and Kickstarter. And I like to subscribe to the newsletter from Kickstarter's tech department and the blog post from Pinterest Business. So you'll be getting the monthly trend report, as well as you can download the 100 top trends that Pinterest is recommending. And then, just browsing Kickstarter on a weekly or monthly basis. And then using all this in conjunction with Google Trends. If there's a niche you're already in, then you're going to want to go ahead. Let's say you're selling dog products or pet products. You'd want to go ahead and put, pet products in Google Alerts so that you're getting daily or weekly updates on things that are trending on the Google search and on the internet in general for your niche. But if you're looking for a niche, this is a good way to kind of find something. As we did this, we just put in gifts, which is really general, which led us to women's trends, which led us to sustainable gifts, led us to maybe a particular type of bag that might trend hard in 2019. Maybe we're ahead of the curve on that. Maybe it never happens. But by having gifts and women's trends of 2019 and sustainable gifts in there, we're going to be getting some daily or weekly suggestions on products and niches to further dive into and possibly start split testing some products in. Okay, this has been Mario Minduni on my fifth video in my Ultimate Product Research Guide. I hope you enjoyed it. Please feel free to ask me any questions and leave a comment below. Thanks.